We broke the cycle of pain which Nepalese women were facing for generations. Across the Himalayas, so many females lose their lives every year in the process of converting food grains into flour. They work for hours looking for a working watermill, and as the intensity of rain, landslides, and drought is increasing day by day due to climate change and uncontrolled human activity, now they have to work even more. Nowadays, the majority of the watermills are in rains. Starvation reaches its peak in the rainy season when watermills get destroyed by landslides, and in the winter season when the water channels dries up. After so much struggle, when they find a working watermill, then also they have to wait for hours for their turn, and some even spend the whole night grinding in that cold, small and dusty room. The females have to go on this perilous journey 3 or 4 times a month. They have no other option than to keep walking whether it's raining or snowing, while carrying 30 to 35 kilograms on their backs. It affects and disturbs the education of the school and college-going girls very badly. How can the young girls generate strength for education and compete in such an environment where all the women around them inside that watermill talk about their marriage throughout the night? To fight this problem, some villagers have set up these kinds of electric mills. Unfortunately, they didn't prove to be successful at these heights due to the lack of high voltage electricity and spare parts in the local market. For the most part of the year, these types of machines don't work, and they are not readily available also. One machine in 4 or 5 villages, that too didn't work. It's chaos over here. We met numerous families who are skipping meals as they have no other option. After thinking a lot about the best way to save these women and girls from this perilous journey which they have to take 2 or 3 times a month, we thought this machine will be a lifesaver for them. It's compact, works perfectly on low voltage electricity produced by micro hydropower in mountain villages, has natural stones for grinding. The taste and quality of the flour remain exactly the same, just like the traditional watermills. We tried to find it everywhere in all the big and small markets of Nepal, but unfortunately we couldn't find it anywhere. People have not even heard its name. We looked for it in the Indian market, and thankfully we found it. Then we bought 2 machines, put them on a bus coming towards Nepal, crossed the border, reached the hostel, checked both of them whether they are working fine or not, and then inquired about a truck going to the hinterlands. Then we put the machines in the truck and then started a long and grueling journey. We should have reached in 3 days, but it took us nearly 7 days. The route was full of landslides. The truck stopped for hours on narrow mountain roads. What a scary and tiring journey it was. Every part of the body was in pain. Only the thought of the families whose lives were about to change kept us happy from the inside. Upon reaching, very bad news was awaiting us. The main bridge connecting the motor road and local market to so many villages got submerged due to landslides. It is also causing food insecurity and starvation and has increased the travel time by 5 hours for the villagers. Now it takes them 10 to 12 hours to reach the market and return back. We think the flour making machines will be really life-saving in these conditions. Then started a very long uphill trek to the villages. The girls requested to carry the machines themselves up the mountain. They said, "You brought them till here from another country for us. Now we will do our best." They converted their head scarf into a sack and put the machine inside it, a simple and very effective way of carrying stuff in Nepal. We crossed very narrow and steep mountain trails. Thankfully, no small or large boulders rolled down as we crossed the landslides. While going up, we were thinking again and again and hoping that this is the last time these girls are going through this painful journey. If the machines work well, then they don't have to take this journey 3 or 4 times a month. It will be life-saving, time-saving, and Mainly, they will have more time for their studies. We stopped and rested at multiple points. The first family that we selected for the machine is of a girl named Mansoa. She studies in grade 10. We had also helped her a little bit some months ago. Sadly, out of 114 students in her grade, around 103 are already married. She is the eldest out of 6 siblings and had to go on the perilous journey of converting food grains into flour at least 3 times a month. We have broken the pattern of pain that Himalayan women faced for generations. We showed them a way out. The great-great-grandmothers, great-grandmothers, grandmothers, mothers, and now Mansoa and her sisters used to walk miles while carrying 30 to 35 kilograms on their backs. Now all of them are free from that pain. Mansoa and her mother couldn't believe what they were seeing. It was a magical moment. We taught them everything about the machine, how to use it and clean it afterwards. The second machine we gave to the family of Mr. Karan Man. He has a family of 6, wife, 3 daughters and 2 sons. His youngest son is disabled and the 3 daughters used to skip school for converting grains into flour. They also used to walk miles looking for a working watermill. Kavita is in grade 10. She is the eldest daughter and she became so happy to see the machine. She kept on saying, "Now I don't have to carry so much weight and skip school. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much." Almost all the villagers came to see the machine. Everyone was awestruck. Kavita tried grinding different types of food grains and was so happy with the quality of the flour. Now, the sisters can self-sustain their studies by taking minimal charge from the villagers. We are very hopeful that the tiny-looking machines will change lots of lives. The journey of these 2 machines from the market in India to the remotest village in the Himalayas was very grueling for us. It demanded too much out of us, mentally and physically. We've had to say no to a lot of people. Whoever had their eyes on the machine asked for it. The bus driver from India to Nepal, customs officers, hostel staffs, truck driver to the remotest villages, and then every villager asked for it. And I think it's the biggest achievement of this particular work. We have shown the people what can save their lives, and we're very hopeful that now the people returning from India will bring these machines instead of anything else. Expensive mobile phones, fancy clothes, etc. In far west Nepal, 95% of households have a family member who works in India for the most part of the year, and they return in the festive and sowing season. We also met the mayor of this municipality and told him about the machines, how useful they are and how many lives they can save. And just like most politicians, he promised to do something related to this issue. Visit the villages within 2 days and have a look at the machines. Unfortunately, we haven't heard back from him. We feel very lucky and honored to do all this. So many people are smiling, becoming hopeful, going to school, making flour in their own houses and whatnot. Thank you everyone. We all are making it possible.